Thank you for staying with us. As the world commemorates International Women's Month, the need to reflect on the social, economic, and political achievements of women, as well as address the issues that affect them, have become imperative. In Nigeria, the government has been making efforts to promote gender equality and empower women in both the private and public sectors, such as through the National Gender Policy aimed at addressing the challenges faced by women. However, global advocates and key stakeholders within the country are calling for more opportunities and effective strategies to amplify the role of women and invest in the future of girls. Joining us in the studio for this conversation is the National Chairman, Association of Local Government Vice Chairman of Nigeria, and Executive Vice Chairman, Ikorodu Local Government, Lagos, Honorable Princess Folashade Olabanji Oba. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you join us.
Thank you.
It's the Women's Month, so
it is.
Congratulations. Happy Women's Month. But first, let's begin with our journey, ensuring that we ensure that women are empowered, they have access to opportunities as a country, and that we are doing the needful despite the declaration made over 30 years ago at Beijing. Have we been on track from your perspective?
Well, we're not where we need to be, but we're not where we used to be either. So for me, I still say progressively we're doing much better. But with the theme this year, accelerating all the actions, means so much more needs to be quickly done to bridge, the gaps. So,
what are these gaps from your perspective?
Oh God, the numbers. It's not encouraging, and if we're not intentional at making sure that the steps and all that are taken, you'll find that over the years the numbers, instead of going up, it's actually going down, and that's not a good one for the nation at large, really. So making all efforts to, yes, celebrate the journey thus far, but saying we need to recommit to the policies and all that to encourage more women, leaving nobody behind.
Absolutely.
Talking about women, especially in politics, thank God you are in politics. You had to jump through some hurdles, to be here. I mean, nobody needs to tell me that. I know that politics is more of a masculine thing in Nigeria, and it's refreshing to have women getting involved more and more. Most Nigerian women wouldn't willingly jump into the fray. What encouraged you?
Wow. I think the passion, really, no 2 days are the same, but every day, constant reminder of why it is so necessary that we participate, okay? I celebrate the women who have helped raise our voices, over the years to where some of us are able to emerge. But if we all keep quiet and just fold our arms, then it's not really gonna be an interesting one, because the challenges are really Herculean, okay? Yes. And so, but when you understand the reason why you're there, you see it beyond your personal interest. It is a collective effort that, the bigger picture is we are here for us all, and we must, hold up and hope for.
I remember this time we kept banding around, concerning, in politics, where you have, say, we need 35% affirmative action for women to be better represented or able represented in politics. You are there in politics yourself, but what do you think why is it that women are not essentially supporting women the way they should when it comes to electioneering, where you have them, queuing behind the male folk? And also, how does it affect the women who are with disabilities?
You just hit home run on that, because you're not going to get there by just being a woman. It's got to be capacity, capabilities, and what you really bring into table. And so investing in yourself or having somebody or the structure supporting you is also very important, because you can't give what you don't have. And so the solidarity could be there, but there are other things that are also necessary for you to actually occupy that leadership position. And Nigeria were loaded. I mean, the men don't come. So sometimes as a woman, you have to try to do 5-6 times more to even get noticed in the first place before
Perhaps
you can.
because of the nature of our society, patriarchal society as it is.
Yeah.
But let's look at empowering women, which is perhaps one of the focus for this year, how we can accelerate action. Recently, we saw the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, also going around states and regions to donate things to these women in form of empowerment. But then there are still gaps because that is like, it's not going to cover as much as she tries. It cannot cover everyone. But we have had policies on digital literacy, financial literacy, and all of those trying to empower women here and there. What are the gaps still left to cover these women? Because there's a lot that still has to be done.
Honestly, I celebrate the First Lady of Nigeria. She's a role model, really, for excellence. I wish we had more women that could also come, you know, and emulate what she's doing across board, okay? We're a big nation. The numbers are way up there. And so understanding that we all are interdependent on one another. Don't underestimate the power of one person affecting the other. And so it's not until it is so big that you feel you can make an impact. In your community, no matter how little, if you really set out that you want to make a difference or be a positive change wherever you are, I think it goes a long way to helping the overall numbers. He talked about the 35%. We're nowhere near there. We should be at about 50 right now, but in Nigeria, I think we're between 10 and 15 and keeps going up and down. And God help us.
Definitely.
Well, there's some people that believe that 35% is enough, because if you have up to 50%, whoa, it's something else. And let's look at what is trending now, though that sounds like a segment in the program. Natasha Odwan is in everybody's lips. What's your reaction to the whole story?
Wow. I try not to make it all, you know, personal, because I'm a woman myself. But I think we all have to look at it from different perspectives, because when you have a cup in your front, what you're seeing is different from what somebody else is seeing. So I still would say, you know, have a little mercy in the approach, you know. And the upper chambers, that is the highest, you know, for us. And so I won't underestimate the wisdom and powerhouse and all that is there. But maybe I'll still go back to she's a woman. So because she's a woman, please be gentle. And
but where she is not gentle?
you know, I once had a leader that said something about may your loyalty never be tested, because sometimes, you know, you have to be in it to really understand what so.
Okay.
Interesting stuff. So still very related, but then outside of the National Assembly, where we have women also portraying themselves, because they say that the way some men treat some women, it's objectifying them, but it is something of an impetus by female folks who, the way they dress. There was a story trending in Enugu that anyone who doesn't dress well, is it Enugu or one of the states, that they will be arrested. I saw a video yesterday of a lady who was arrested. And for instance, my own organization takes seriously how people dress. But the way some women do on social media, it's really affecting the gender. Look at you, you're dressed, you know, clad in the way you dress. So I wanted to quickly speak to this issue of objectification of women and how women are allowing this to happen to them.
I think it goes back to the value system. For me, I think we dropped along the way. I still would see myself maybe the old school my parents were very tough disciplinarian and all that, and I think till today it still affects me. Even sometimes I don't realize my age when talking with older people. I still would be like I'm that little girl within me, you know, being cautious on what to do, what not to do, even what to say. And you know, I remember way back in US, and my boss would tell me, "You're no longer in Africa. Talk to me. I don't bite," because I still had that fright, you know. So the way we raise our children, it goes back to letting some of us know that that first ministry, the parenting, it starts from the home. And you know, these days we have a lot of missing in action parents that, you know, the early nurturing and all that is not there. And so you see everybody, the peer pressure and all that, they quickly get distracted, and everybody just think I can do whatever I can do, and you know, please just maintain your lane and all. But it's not that easy when you're, especially a lot of our own African settings, because the cultural and baggages are there, and so much is expected of you, and it depends on where you are. You're likely not going to find it that easy, and also the part of Nigeria that you are. Okay, maybe what you get away with more in Lagos, in Abuja, you probably will be like no. So in the eastern part as well, it's more modern and all that, you know. So, but we all just need to be sensitive to our environment and, you know, respect yourselves.
If you look at one of the papers this morning, Weekend Hope, it says that a report here says 40 lives lost to domestic violence in 3 years, 21 wives, 9 hubbies, that's husbands, 8 girlfriends killed in protest. In process, rather, stakeholders seek state of emergency on violent marital affairs. And then further down, we've also witnessed cases of femicide where young ladies have been used for ritual killings and all of that. Talk to us about this matter. We need your reaction, especially when we're looking at empowerment. There, in the report, they are talking about that these ladies actually made themselves easy prey for these people because they just follow anyone they find who promises them one thing or the other, maybe relationship, maybe monies and all. What is at the root of this, and is empowerment really key to relieving a lot of women from all of the stress that they're finding themselves, as it is, be it marital or whichever way you might want to turn it?
My heart grieves all the things you just said, because some of them obviously hit, you know, close to home. But the state of the nation is so much up there that women feel, or even the men sometimes feel, that the economic power must be sought first above whatever. And so they tend to lose guard on security, or being sure of your environment, or knowing who you're with before, you know. And things happen. And because when we talked about the value system dropping, sometimes the girls also go out of their way, not minding whatever, just believing that they need the money, they'll do anything for the money. And I think I was out on the road sometimes, and I saw some ladies, and I'm trying to be like, and they said, "Close your eyes, mommy." And, you know, and that was tough for me, you know, like, and so even when you feel you want to correct, they're trying to say, we don't need no corrections, we know what we're doing. So it's the state of the nation, and I don't know, we're here, so we need to deal with it. We need to make sure we have the different policies and all that to help support the system, you know, because in abroad and all that, you have all the social reforms, or social, that takes care of the mind and soul as well, okay? Counseling and all. We don't have a lot of that here. Well, Lagos leads in that. When Lagos leads, other states follows. Because if you look at Lagos, you see that the domestic violence section is up there, you know, Yes, when you have reports in the police stations, you even have counselors in some police stations now that quickly step up the cases and all. And if you needed medical emergencies or the children needed assistance or not, you had free legal services and all. So, but it's not like that in all the states. So.
You need to bridge that gap.
Yeah, we need to do that.
We'll have to leave the conversation here. Unfortunately, time is not our friend as usual.
Thank you for having me.
Had a great time. Honorable Princess Folashade Olabanjoba, Vice Chairman in Ikorodu Local Government. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your time on the program.
Thank you.
Well, still to come on TVC Breakfast, are Nigerians reaping the benefit of this administration's ongoing economic reforms? That will come after the break.